absolutely raving lunatic. God, you're on the air.
Okay, thank you. So I have to say I disagree with you. The idea we should give corporations $500 billion and just like not know until 6
slow
months.
down. I can't hear you. Slow down. You disagree with me on what?
We should give corporations $500 billion and just let the government decide who to give it to and not know until 6 months after who they give it to. It's just so stupid. What are they going to do? The right thing? Because historically they do the right thing.
We don't got fucking time. We don't got fucking time for this. What do you think they do? The CEO's just going to run away with the money?
Give it to people.
Listen. What do you think they could possibly do? In order to keep the business going, you have to make the right decisions. If they all divide, if this is like you're comparing it to like some third world country where some jackass in Brazil just takes the money and skips out of the continent. There is no history for that. And here's the problem: in order to keep these people's jobs, we have to trust the. I'm sorry, the government doesn't know what's good for business. Businessmen do. And yes, one of them could be corrupt, and one of them could skip out. But I got to be honest with you: the government can't run a fucking an efficient way to get your driver's license. And everybody knows that. I always use the DMV as a purpose. So you're going to give it to them with strings. Well, you might give it to them with a string where they can't make fucking money or hold the business together. Government doesn't do business.
That's what the regulations are for.
What? Well, that's what. The regulation they just proposed yesterday, like airline admissions, that's important right now. Are you fucking kidding me?
Okay, it's not.
Are you fucking kidding me?
They should put
Are you fucking kidding me? You heard what I just said. They want to check their admissions. They want to check their admissions, motherfucker.
Sensible regulation.
No, that's not sensible regulation. That's what they held up the bill for.
I'm saying they should
you
do
motherfucker. That's what they held up the bill for. They held up the bill because they wanted to fucking test the admissions. That's what they did today. That's not sensible. That's not what's going on now. And that's exactly why. Listen, you motherfucker. That's exactly why you should give the CEOs money, because motherfuckers like you and people in government are going to drag it down by worrying about and all the red tape.
Sensible, not trash like that.
That's why they held it up. That's why they held it up. That is why. Shut the fuck up. They held it up today for insensible regulations. You called me and you called. Then shut the fuck up and I'll let you scream. Shut up and I'll let you scream. They held it up. This is a fact today because they couldn't get fucking an unsensible regulation, which is completely unfucking sensible, to test the emissions of these planes at this point in time. Today. That happened today. You just called me and said, oh my God, you're just going to give the government a bunch of money and then historically, or these businesses a bunch of money and historically, look, this is why you give them the money and don't give government, because they're going to fucking tie it up with red tape. Do you understand the concept of the $100 hammer? Do you? Do you? Do you? Because when government goes to buy a hammer, it doesn't cost $10. It costs $100 because they have to go through all sorts of regulations. Now is not the time. We don't have the time. These people try to sneak in their fucking environmental agenda in this time of crisis where people are going to die. Take a look at Italy. It's coming to New York. And you're talking to me, that's not sensible. That's not a sensible regulation right now. Would you agree with that? Would you agree with that?
It's not. Can I speak?
Okay. No, you can't. Well, if you don't agree with that, you don't have an argument. You don't have an argument. That's why they stopped. That's why they stopped. When I get this out, you can't. Shut the fuck up. Of course I'm not letting you speak. I haven't finished. That is why. Shut up. That is why. That's exactly why they held up the bill today. Because of the unsensible regulation that you just acknowledged. Now, explain to me why it was good to hold up the bill.
It's not a good idea to hold the bill. That would have helped me.
We don't have an argument. We don't have an argument.
Can I speak? You're not letting.
Go.
Oh my God.
You just agreed with me.
Of course.
You just agreed with me.
Not listening to other people's arguments.
Go.
Not listening to other people's
Go.
Can I speak?
Go.
Okay. Again, you're right. They should help the American people. But they would have helped giving them $1,000. But the idea we should give it to small businesses. Those are the people who are going to hurt the most.
You're an idiot. You're a moron. Who employs more? Corporations, small businesses. You're a moron. You're an idiot. Get off my show. Get out of my life. Never call back. You're a moron. You're a fucking moron. Who employs more? Corporations or fucking businesses. Small business can employ 2 people. So what would you do logically with the fucking money? This guy wants to play goddamn Santa Claus with it. We should go for small businesses. Who employs more? What are the numbers? AT&T employs more than fucking Bob's baseball card fucking trading stack. That is the kind of idiocy. That's why the CEOs get it. Because fucking the politicians want to play games with the fucking money. Right there. There's your best example. And I'm pissed off right now that that son of a bitch could come in here and defend this stuff. First he says he wants sensible regulations. First the son of a bitch comes in and says this was a good idea. And then admits, it was probably not a good idea to hold up the money under this.
A person of color.
Unfucking believable. You're going to argue with me that we need some regulations. And the one they held it up for was completely insane. No, they have an alternative agenda. You're just too stupid to figure